Hey you, what's up? My name is PooCluster and today we are going to be talking about Vivace. Now I can't tell you guys how long I've been waiting to make a video for you guys. It's been so long. But here we are. I'm recording at 2:08 in the morning and that's completely fine because now I finally get to make a video for you guys. Also, I might sound a little unenthusiastic, but that's just because I have to stay quiet because my parents are resting and we're going to Ireland in the morning. Anyways, let's get started. As soon as I open it up, you probably won't notice that much of a difference, but now the game uses this pretty cool thing called OpenGL, which stands for Open Graphics Library, I think. It allows the program to communicate with the graphics processing unit, which is the GPU, and therefore spreads out the workload of the video game internally amongst the computer parts, increasing efficiency. So it's pretty cool. Sounds really technical. It is, but it's really cool. You also probably noticed that there's no more shadows along the sidewalk tiles. That goes along with the idea of OpenGL again, because in the future I'm probably just going to write some sort of shader code to create a lighting system, and the lighting system itself can deal with shadows in the video game. Also, notice the players. They're no longer tile locked. Yeah, it just felt kind of clunky, so I removed it and now you can just roam freely whenever. And the reason you see these pink stuff is either because I'm testing and measuring something or because I didn't have any textures. Lastly, in terms of this stuff, the text still appears yes, but now you can also scroll on the text. Let's say you were walking along, then you meet someone and it's an old geezer, so he has a lot to say to you. That's why scrolling is helpful, because then you can actually read everything that he wants to say to you. Okay, that's all for that. Now let's talk about something else. I'm going to rename the game now from Vivace to Anima. A lot of you might not know this, but Anima and Vivace are both musical terms. So this is a musical video game. Vivace stands for lively, where Anima stands for with spirit. Now the reason I changed it from lively to with spirit is because when you play music, the music doesn't always have to be lively, but the music always has to be with spirit. Music is about expression, and expression comes from spirit, from soul, from emotion. So that's why I renamed it to Anima. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck? It's an RPG, it's music, but it's music how? I'm gonna boot up this next game state to show you. Kaboosh! That's exactly what it is right there. Boom! Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. So this game is about music. It's also an RPG. So it's an RPG where you're going through the story and you're becoming stronger, but in this RPG you're becoming stronger by increasing your musical intelligence, your musical knowledge, your music theory skills, reading and writing music, why writing the music works, why reading the music works that way. You'll learn all of that through this video game. And the reason I chose music is because music has been a really big part of my life. It's like a super emotional thing, and I feel like it's also a really big part of other people's lives. Understanding music at a more analytical level, at a more academic level, is just super dope. I'm also hoping that maybe we could build a community where people can compose music for the video game, for the community, and we just have like a giant library of music for the video game. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Because I said that, composing music, I'm just going to show you guys how to compose a simple piece right now. Alright, here I have a blank notepad, but let's start writing some stuff. So the first thing we're going to write is the title, and in this case it was memories. We can just name it demo. The composer, me. Arranger, also me. And then after you put this stuff, every single line afterwards is a measure. And for the first measure, we're also going to specify a couple things. The tempo, the signature. This is the time signature, by the way. Let's just say 4/4. This is pretty generic. And then we also separate each token with these vertical lines. And then we also need the key. Let's just stay with the key of C. And then from there we can actually start to write the music. So let's say we wanted to put a C4. Let's say that it was a quarter note. And let's say it happened on beat 1. Computers interpret first indexes as 0. So this is beat 1. If we wanted beat 2, we would put 1. That's all we want to write for now, so let's just put this vertical line, and then let's save it. Let me reopen this file, but now let's have it read the new thing that we just wrote. So now it reads this. Now we have a demo, and it's composed by me, arranged by also me, and now we have just this one measure. We've just created a single measure. I renamed it to 0, by the way, instead of 1. So I hot swapped the files. Notice how 1 correlates to beat 2. Notice how I also didn't have to specify where the rest are. The computer can determine where the rest are based on where there are no notes. That's a pretty cool feature that I added. You can specify the rest if you want. It's just that if you don't specify the rest, that's not a big problem. That's how music is made in the video game. Pretty cool. I designed the music file format to be pretty simple so people can write music for the video game pretty easily. A couple other things I wanted to talk about. The game is no longer written in Java. The game now completely runs in C++. There are a couple of reasons why I chose C++. So first is I just wanted to learn a new language, and C++ is really popular for gaming. Creating video games, C++ is the #1 choice video game people use. Honestly, for my game, it doesn't really matter, but I just thought I'd learn it anyways. Also, implementing OpenGL into C++ is super easy. I literally just say include OpenGL 32 or whatever, and then it works. So OpenGL with C++, they kind of go hand in hand together because it's low-level programming and graphics processing. Lastly, I was getting real-time MIDI input issues with Java's native libraries. Java's native MIDI libraries are really, really slow for real-time use. There's massive latency issues, at least 1 second of delay. And I'm not sure if that's because Java's MIDI libraries are old or because they're bugged. Could be both. I don't know. And yes, I did say MIDI input. One of the things I thought about for this game is that you can use a keyboard, like a piano keyboard, as a game controller and play the music in the video game that way. But you can also play music through just your regular computer keyboard if you don't want to buy a MIDI keyboard. I've seen a couple of MIDI keyboards actually though in the thrift store, and they're under $20. Lastly, I'll just show you a comparison of the Java MIDI real-time libraries versus C++'s real-time libraries. And the libraries I use, by the way, is RT MIDI, RT Audio, and STK or Synthesis Toolkit. Alright, so you probably noticed that there definitely is a lot of latency in Java, and that there's basically no latency with the C++ code. Also, I was using ASIO, which is a third-party sound library that can be incorporated into Windows. So that's part of the reason the latency was super low. It can get down to 5 milliseconds versus Java, I don't even know, it's 1,000 milliseconds or whatever, a billion milliseconds, I don't know. Guys, I can't believe it's been so long since I've uploaded a video, but I finally uploaded one. Here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully I can upload more videos soon. Yeah, peace out guys.